Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers timeless tools for navigating life's challenges. By focusing on what we can control and letting go of the rest, Stoicism promotes emotional resilience, mental clarity, and a deeper sense of purpose. Whether you're 18 or 80, Stoic principles provide practical wisdom for mastering life's ups and downs. In this article, we'll explore 10 key Stoic rules that can transform your life, no matter where you are in your journey. Outline recap. We'll cover Stoic rules like controlling what's within your power, practicing gratitude, embracing adversity, and focusing on virtue to lead a balanced, fulfilling life. Ready to dive into Stoicism? Let's begin. Rule number 1. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. Building on the foundation of Stoic philosophy, the first rule of Stoicism teaches us a powerful life lesson. Focus on what you can control and release the need to control what you can't. This simple yet profound concept can change your outlook on life and dramatically reduce stress and anxiety. It's easy to get caught up in trying to fix everything around us, but the Stoics believed that true peace comes when we release that illusion of control over external events. Imagine this. You're sitting in traffic, your plans for the day quickly slipping away, and frustration starts to build. The more you try to change the situation, the more powerless you feel. This is where Stoicism steps in, when you recognize that the only thing you can truly control in that moment is your reaction. You can choose to get upset and let the situation dictate your mood, or you can take a deep breath and focus on what's within your power. For example, think of Sarah, a 35-year-old professional working in a fast-paced environment. One day, after a series of frustrating delays at work, she started to feel as though her career was slipping away. The constant rush to meet deadlines and please her superiors consumed her every thought. It wasn't until she embraced the Stoic mindset of focusing on what she could control, her attitude, her effort, and her response to the pressure, that she began to feel empowered again. She stopped obsessing over factors beyond her control, like office politics or the actions of others. Instead, she invested energy in her own growth and peace of mind. This approach not only gave her clarity but allowed her to grow stronger as an individual. She realized that while she couldn't change the outcomes of every situation, she could always control her response. Whether you're facing a difficult work situation, navigating personal relationships, or dealing with a global pandemic, the Stoic lesson of controlling what you can will help you stay grounded and maintain your mental clarity. It reminds us that our peace of mind does not come from the actions of others or the circumstances we find ourselves in, but from how we choose to engage with those circumstances. To make this Stoic rule practical in your life, start by identifying areas where you're giving away your energy to things you cannot change. Is it the weather, the opinions of others, or external judgments about your success? Once you recognize these things, consciously let go of them. Focus instead on your responses, your mindset, your actions, and your personal growth. When you do this, you'll find yourself with more energy, more peace, and an unshakable ability to face life's challenges head-on. By mastering the art of controlling only what's within your grasp, you begin to unlock a life that is less reactive and more intentional, less stressful and more peaceful. It's an essential step toward living a fulfilling, Stoic life. Rule number 2. Practice gratitude daily. Building upon the importance of controlling what we can, the second key rule in Stoicism is the power of practicing gratitude daily. The Stoics knew that focusing on what we have, rather than what we lack, can radically shift our perspective and improve our mental well-being. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when something good happens. It's about cultivating a mindset that appreciates the everyday moments of life, regardless of external circumstances. Consider the story of James, a man in his early 50s, who found himself feeling discontented despite his outward successes. He had a good job, a loving family, and a comfortable home, yet he couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. The daily grind of work and life had led him to focus more on what he didn't have: an ever-growing to-do list, an ideal body, or the perfect vacation, than on the blessings right in front of him. This mindset began to chip away at his happiness, making him feel restless and unfulfilled. One day, after a particularly long and stressful week, James decided to try something different. Inspired by the Stoic philosophy, he began a daily gratitude practice. Each morning, he set aside a few minutes to reflect on the things he was grateful for: his health, his family, the simple joys of his life that he had been taking for granted. At first, it felt forced, almost unnatural, but as he stuck with it, he noticed a shift. His perception of life began to change. By focusing on the positives, no matter how small, they became amplified in his mind. The mundane details of life, like a warm cup of coffee in the morning or a quiet evening with his loved ones, started to bring him more joy. James began to recognize that gratitude wasn't just about grand moments. It was about appreciating the small victories, the people, and the experiences that make life meaningful. As he continued to practice gratitude daily, James found himself feeling more content and at peace. His stress levels decreased, and his relationships improved as he became more present and appreciative of those around him. His happiness no longer relied on achieving some distant goal or acquiring something new. Instead, it grew from his ability to recognize the value of what he already had. This simple Stoic rule, practicing gratitude every day, can profoundly impact your mindset. It reminds you that even in the face of difficulties, there are always things to be grateful for. It's easy to focus on what's going wrong in life, but when we intentionally shift our attention to the good, it becomes easier to navigate the challenges we face. To integrate gratitude into your own life, start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each night before bed, write down 3 things you are thankful for, no matter how small. Over time, you'll train your mind to focus on the positive, transforming your perspective and creating a deeper sense of happiness and fulfillment. Just as James discovered, gratitude has the power to change your life and help you live more in tune with the Stoic ideal of contentment and peace. Rule number 4. Embrace adversity and learn from it, building upon the power of gratitude and how it shifts our mindset. The next essential rule for mastering Stoicism is embracing adversity. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and the Stoics believe that hardship, pain, and challenges are inevitable parts of the human experience. But here's the powerful Stoic twist. Adversity doesn't have to be seen as a roadblock. It can be a tool for growth and personal transformation. By learning to embrace adversity, you begin to see obstacles not as enemies, but as opportunities to strengthen your character. Take the story of Sarah, a mother of 2 who found herself in a particularly challenging season of life. After losing her job unexpectedly, she felt the weight of uncertainty and fear pressing down on her. She was struggling with anxiety, questioning her future, and feeling overwhelmed by the mounting pressures of everyday life. It was easy for Sarah to fall into the trap of focusing only on her struggles, dwelling on what was lost, and imagining worst-case scenarios. But then, she remembered a key principle from Stoic philosophy. Difficulties are not roadblocks, but stepping stones to personal development. Sarah decided to shift her perspective and look at the situation through the lens of Stoicism. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects of her job loss, she asked herself, "What can I learn from this?" She realized that this was an opportunity to reevaluate her life, reconnect with her passions, and maybe even explore a new career path. While the uncertainty was uncomfortable, Sarah began to see it as a necessary part of her journey, a challenge to face, not a problem to avoid. Through this process of embracing adversity, Sarah not only developed resilience, but also uncovered new strengths within herself. She took small steps toward rebuilding her career, attended workshops, and networked with others in her industry. But perhaps the most transformative part of this journey was Sarah's newfound inner strength. By accepting adversity and seeing it as a way to grow, she no longer felt helpless. She had reclaimed her power to choose how to respond to life's challenges. This Stoic rule invites us to shift our mindset about hardships. Rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" Each adversity carries a lesson, a chance for you to refine your character and learn valuable life skills like patience, courage, and persistence. The more we embrace adversity, the more resilient and strong we become in the face of future challenges. The key is not to avoid difficulties, but to face them head-on, with the calm, steady demeanor of a Stoic. Like Sarah, you can use adversity as a tool to build a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. When you stop fearing obstacles and instead see them as opportunities for growth, You unlock a new level of mental and emotional strength that will serve you throughout life. Embrace adversity, for it is in these difficult moments that you will find the greatest lessons and, ultimately, the deepest transformation. Rule number 5. Practice self-discipline for long-term success. Building on the importance of embracing adversity, the next essential rule in Stoicism is the practice of self-discipline. While challenges help us grow, it is self-discipline that ensures we have the inner strength to face these challenges consistently and with purpose. The Stoics believed that to live a virtuous and fulfilling life, one must exercise control over their impulses and actions, mastering the art of self-discipline. Take Mark, for instance. He had always dreamed of starting his own business, but the road to entrepreneurship was filled with uncertainty, hard work, and long hours. Despite the obstacles, he kept pushing forward, until one day he felt the weight of his doubts creeping in. Mark began questioning whether he had what it took to succeed. In those moments, he could have easily given into the desire to quit or seek comfort. But Mark remembered a core principle of Stoicism. Success isn't about having an easy path. It's about developing the discipline to keep moving forward, no matter what. Instead of yielding to his fears, Mark took action. He set small, manageable goals each day and committed to accomplishing them, no matter how difficult or tedious they seemed. Whether it was researching competitors, creating a business plan, or reaching out to potential clients, Mark chose to act with discipline and focus. He didn't wait for motivation to strike. He relied on his own inner strength and developed a routine that would keep him moving toward his goals, one step at a time. As time passed, Mark realized that it wasn't the grand moments of inspiration that led to his success. It was the consistent effort, day in and day out. Self-discipline became the foundation of his progress. Even when setbacks occurred or he faced moments of doubt, Mark relied on the Stoic principle of focusing on what he could control: his actions, his thoughts, and his ability to persevere. Through this discipline, Mark not only saw his business grow but also built a deeper sense of self-confidence and resilience. This is where the power of Stoicism truly shines. By practicing self-discipline, you can train your mind to focus on long-term goals, even when the immediate rewards are not visible. It requires resisting the urge for instant gratification, something that is incredibly difficult in today's fast-paced world, where distractions are everywhere. However, through self-discipline, you create habits that align with your values and goals, ultimately leading to the fulfillment and success you desire. Self-discipline isn't about punishment or rigid control. It's about making deliberate choices that move you closer to your highest potential. Like Mark, you can use self-discipline to overcome the temptation to procrastinate or give up when things get tough. It helps you stay committed to your values, even when external circumstances threaten to pull you off course. Through consistent practice, self-discipline empowers you to build a life of purpose, accomplishment, and personal growth. By embodying this Stoic rule, you can achieve true mastery over your own life, proving that success is not just about talent or circumstances, but about the discipline to keep pushing forward, regardless of the challenges you may face. Rule number 6. Cultivate gratitude for a fulfilling life. Building upon the power of self-discipline, another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the practice of gratitude. It may seem simple, but the act of cultivating gratitude has a profound impact on how we perceive the world around us and how we experience life's challenges. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, it changes everything, from our mindset to our resilience, ultimately enriching our lives in ways we never thought possible. Take Sarah, a woman in her late 30s, who felt overwhelmed by the pressures of her daily life. She was juggling a demanding job, caring for her family, and struggling to make time for herself. Over time, she began to feel exhausted and disconnected, believing that she had little to be thankful for. Sarah often found herself comparing her life to others, feeling envious of the success and peace that seemed to come easily to those around her. One day, as she was scrolling through social media, Sarah stumbled upon a post about Stoicism and its emphasis on gratitude. The post described how the Stoics believe that gratitude is a key to true happiness, allowing you to appreciate what you have instead of longing for what you don't. Intrigued, Sarah decided to put it to the test. She started small. Each morning, she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for: It wasn't about grand gestures or perfect moments, but simple, everyday things. Her health, the laughter of her children, the quiet moments of peace before the day began. At first, it felt forced and unnatural, but as the days went by, Sarah began to notice a shift in her mindset. What had once felt like a burdensome routine was slowly becoming a habit that filled her with a sense of calm and joy. She found herself more present in her daily life, appreciating even the small, mundane tasks. The moments she once rushed through were now filled with a deep sense of gratitude. She felt grateful for her job, even though it was demanding, because it provided for her family. She appreciated the challenges she faced because they taught her resilience. Most importantly, she learned to be thankful for herself, the strength she had shown, the efforts she made, and the progress she had achieved. Sarah's experience was a testament to the Stoic practice of gratitude, and it transformed her outlook on life. No longer did she feel like a victim of her circumstances. Instead, she felt empowered and at peace with where she was. She had learned to accept what she couldn't change, while embracing what she had, and in doing so, she unlocked a deeper sense of fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't just brighten our outlook. It also improves our resilience in the face of adversity. By focusing on the positives, even when life isn't perfect, we build emotional strength. The more grateful we are, the more we feel connected to the world and the people around us. It creates a powerful feedback loop, where gratitude breeds contentment, and contentment fuels further gratitude. Incorporating this practice into your daily routine, just as Sarah did, can help you transform your life. By acknowledging what's good in your life, even in moments of difficulty, you'll start to shift your mindset. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a choice. And when you choose gratitude, you choose to live a fulfilling and meaningful life, no matter what challenges come your way. Rule number 7. Embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth, building upon the power of gratitude. Another vital Stoic principle is to view adversity as an opportunity for growth rather than a roadblock. Life isn't always smooth sailing, and difficulties are a part of the human experience. However, what truly defines us is how we respond to adversity. The Stoics believed that every challenge is an invitation to develop strength, wisdom, and resilience. Instead of running away from hardship, we are encouraged to face it head-on and use it as a springboard for personal transformation. Take the story of Mark, a man in his early 40s, who had just lost his job after working for the same company for over a decade. At first, he was devastated. His identity had been so intertwined with his career that the loss felt like a personal failure. Mark felt helpless and angry, overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear of the future. For a time, he struggled to find motivation, constantly questioning his worth and wondering how he would ever move forward. One evening, while scrolling through social media, Mark came across a quote from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words struck a chord with him. Mark realized that he could either let this setback define him or use it as an opportunity to grow. He chose the latter. Inspired by the Stoic philosophy, Mark shifted his mindset. He stopped seeing his job loss as a failure and began to view it as a challenge that could lead to something greater. Instead of focusing on the negative, he asked himself, "What can I learn from this? How can I emerge stronger from this experience?" He began to take proactive steps toward reinvention. Mark enrolled in online courses to learn new skills, reached out to mentors for guidance, and started networking with people in industries that interested him. As he embraced the adversity of job loss, Mark found that his resilience grew. Each day, he felt a little more capable, a little more confident in his ability to adapt and thrive. Instead of hiding from the discomfort of change, he welcomed it, understanding that personal growth often requires stepping outside our comfort zones. Eventually, his perseverance paid off, and Mark found a new career path, one that was even more aligned with his passions. Mark's story is a powerful reminder that adversity doesn't have to break us. In fact, it can be the catalyst for growth if we adopt the right mindset. Life will inevitably present challenges, but the Stoic way teaches us to embrace them. Every hardship is an opportunity to develop virtues like patience, resilience, and wisdom. Rather than wishing for an easy life, we are encouraged to seek growth through difficulties. The Stoics believed that it is in adversity where we learn to master our emotions, strengthen our character, and uncover our true potential. When we approach life's challenges with a mindset of growth, we begin to see them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. By embracing adversity, we unlock our own potential and become better versions of ourselves, capable of handling whatever life throws our way. Life may not always be easy, but it is in the struggle where we find our true strength. Hey there, amazing people, glowing star. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you, and your feedback means the world to us. Speech Balloon Sparkles, let us know your take on Stoicism and how it's helping you transform your life. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, there's so much more coming your way. Movie Camera, make sure to check out our other videos for more tips on living a fulfilled, powerful life. We're all about helping you grow stronger and wiser every single day. So, stay tuned, subscribe, and let's keep this journey of growth and positivity going together. Sparkling Heart.